Hello viewers, I am Deepti, ready with the solutions for section B ICSE class 10 physics paper, starting with question number 6 as I have previously discussed other questions in my part 1 video. So in question number 6, first part is very simple. I can see the only definition directly asked in the paper is of center of gravity. So center of gravity is the point at which the algebraic sum of moments of all the weights acting constituting the body is 0. So howsoever the body is placed, it can be balanced at that point. So in B part, hollow ice cream cone has height 6 centimeter. It is hollow and its height is 6 centimeter. In total, it is 6 centimeter. Now, where is the position of its center of gravity from the broad base? The position of center of gravity in case of a hollow cone, it is h by 3. So, height is given as 6, it means h by 3 means 2 centimeter is the height from the broad base. So, यहाँ से हमारा 2 centimeter is the answer in first part. In second part, related part is second. Will its position change when it is filled completely with honey? When it is completely filled with honey, it will not a hollow cone now. It will become a solid cone. Little about solid cone. क्योंकि हमने कितना honey fill किया ये तो नहीं लिखा. It will no more behave like a hollow cone now and it will become a solid cone. So for a solid cone, center of gravity will become h by 4. तो h by 4 means हमारा इससे नीचे आ जाएगा. It means gravity जो है वो हमारा downward आ जाएगा. तो इस केस में आंसर आपने सिर्फ लिखना है राइट यस और नो. तो यस और नो के लिए आपका सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी शिफ्ट हुआ है ना. विल इट्स पोजीशन चेंज? तो यू नीड टू जस्ट राइट हियर यस. yes it will shift it in the downward direction. वो हमें लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है because they have not asked here. In second part two identical marbles A and B are rolled down along path 1 and path 2. दो अलग अलग paths हैं respectively. Path 1 is frictionless, which is frictionless. Path 1 is frictionless and path 2 is given as a rough path. So now which marble will surely reach the next peak? Surely reach the next peak is marble A, because in the case of marble A, this is a frictionless path. Okay. Now in B, along which path or paths the mechanical energy will be conserved? Mechanical energy will be conserved in both the cases. जहां तक जाएंगे वहां तक वापस आएंगे. मैकेनिकल एनर्जी मींस जितनी एनर्जी कन्वर्ट होगी उतनी एनर्जी वापस मिलनी चाहिए बिकॉज सिस्टम इज कंजर्व. तो यहाँ मैकेनिकल एनर्जी कंजर्व विद बोथ द केसेस. इन सी पार्ट, along which path is the law of conservation of energy obeyed? Law of conservation of energy is obeyed when there is frictionless system is perfectly insulated. So conservation of energy will be obeyed only by path 1 means in C part it is path 1 because it is frictionless. On a rough path it cannot be obeyed. Conservation is of law of conservation cannot be obeyed in this part. In third, it is a very simple part. You can say here, copy and complete the label diagram. Two pulleys have given in this diagram, and then you need to complete this. And load is also given. So this is a block and tackle system. Two pulleys hain, velocity ratio only 2. So you need to start with the hook of which block? So we need to start hook of upper block. Hook of upper block, then to the lower pulley, then to the upper pulley, and then downward. Effort downward direction because VR we need only 2. This is the rigid support. Tension you need to show along both the strings. So tension you need to mention also. In B part, if load is 48 kgf, if load is given as 48 kgf, because we know efficiency MA is equal to MA upon VR. So calculate. Efficiency is equal to MA upon VR. VR is given, efficiency is given 80 upon 100 is equal to MA upon VR is given as 2 in this question. It is itself given in the question. So MA is equal to 2 into 80 upon 100 and it becomes 1.6, no unit. Then next is second, effort needed to lift the load. Effort is equal to MA is equal to load upon effort. So effort is equal to load upon MA. So value of load is given 48 kgf and then MA is 1.6. So decimal cancellation, this is 30. So 30 and given unit of load is kgf. So this effort should also be in kgf. So answer of effort is 30 kgf. So now coming to question number 7, our part A is name the waves used in sonar, and we all know that these are ultrasonic waves. So coming to B part, in the wave diagram, Lata stand between two cliffs. Lata is standing between two cliffs. This cliff is A and this is B. And clap her hands. Determine the time taken by her to hear the first echo, and the distance given from the B cliff is 160 meter. And here indirect distance is 170 meter. Indirect distance is 170 meter. So first of all, try to understand whether Lata will be able to hear echo from the nearest cliff, because we know that this A cliff is the nearest cliff, because the distance is 170 minus 160. It means 10 meter is the distance, but 10 meter is not satisfying the condition for echo to be heard. We all know that 17 meter is the minimum distance for the echo to be heard, or 0.1 second. So 10 meter हमारा नहीं आ रहा है, तो it means यहाँ से तो कोई echo heard ही नहीं होगा. तो we need to just calculate in that from cliff B case. So here distance is 160 meter and V is given as 320 meter per second as usual. So we need to calculate the time. So time is equal to 2d upon V. So 2d upon V. So 2 into distance is 160 upon V is 320. So 60 into and then this 2 will get cancelled. So 1 second. So 1 second is the time for the echo to be heard from the nearest cliff in this case, because we all know अगर आप दूसरा कैलकुलेट करोगे 10 मीटर तो 17 मीटर का क्राइटेरिया सेटिस्फाई ही नहीं हो रहा. एंड अबव ऑल अगर आप इसका कैलकुलेट भी करोगे तो इस केस में आपके पास 1/16 का आंसर आ रहा है. 1/16 मीन 0.0625 सेकेंड. तो वो आपका कंडीशन को ही सेटिस्फाई नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि 0.1 सेकेंड से कम का होगा ही नहीं, ज्यादा का हो सकता है एको के लिए. तो और 1 सेकेंड इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर लता टू बी echo to be heard by Lata from the nearest cliff. In this case it is B. Nearest is A, but आपको echo तो B केस में सुनाई देगी. तो first echo to be heard is time is 1 second. Next part, complete the following radioactive reaction. Simply आपको सिर्फ बैलेंस करना है और आपको पता चल जाएगा if you understand the concept of alpha and beta emission only. So here X is given, atomic number and mass number are not given, daughter nucleus is Y along with alpha particle. Then Z is daughter nucleus, 91 and 234 and then -1 E0. So we need to complete this reaction. So हमें इसमें उल्टा ही आना पड़ेगा. उल्टा आने के लिए अब यहाँ से देखिए -1 मीन्स बीटा एमिशन हो रहा है, बीटा एमिशन साथ में हो, इट मीन्स यहाँ पर हमारे पास y का जो आएगा, y में क्या होना चाहिए, इससे एक नंबर हमारे पास डिक्रीज हुआ होगा तभी इंक्रीज होकर ये आएगा. इट मीन्स इट इज 90 एंड मास नंबर विल रिमेन सेम. सो y के केस में ये आ गया. नाउ x, इसके साथ में आपके पास 2He4 भी है. नाउ अगर अल्फा निकला है तो इट मींस यहाँ पर ये डिक्रीज बाय 2 होगा, तो डिक्रीज बाय 2 होगा इट मींस हमें इंक्रीज करना है. तो ये 92 हो गया एंड दिस इज इंक्रीज बाय 4, सो 238. सो दिस इज वाई 92 238 विच मींस इट इज यूरेनियम. सो आप यूरेनियम से भी इसको शो कर सकते हैं. -1 E0 आपको लास्ट में दिखा दिया, ये बीटा एमिशन है, ये अल्फा एमिशन है. सो दिस इज द यू नीड टू राइट सेपरेटली, दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ x and this is the value of y. Now in next part, B part, which is again a theory part, uranium is available in two terms, uranium 235 and 238. Which of the two isotopes of uranium is more fissionable? ये भी मैंने आपको क्रैश कोर्स की क्लास में क्वेश्चन कवर किया था. 235 और 238 में से which is more fissionable? More fissionable is uranium 92. 235 is more fissionable. Why? Because they can do fission even in the presence of only slow neutrons. Slow neutrons की bombardment से भी fission is possible in the case of 235. If we take 92, 238 uranium, then we need only fast electrons, only fast neutrons, only fast neutrons की bombardment से हो पाएगा. So easily fissionable is uranium 92, 235. ये क्वेश्चन आपके साथ मैंने अपने उसमें कवर किया था. Now, next question is resonance. This I have told you that I have never seen a paper without the question from resonance. So here also my prediction is correct. Question number 7 में आपका third part जो है वो resonance ही cover कर रहा है. Now A part, name the phenomena. Tuning fork है, tuning fork को near the mouth of bird filled with water लेके आएंगे. The length of air column is adjusted by opening the tap of the bird. At a length of 5 centimeter हमें इसमें air column की length दी हुई है. And loud sound is heard. तो length is given as 5 centimeter in this case and 5 centimeter पे हमें सुनाई दे रहा है. तो क्या सुनाई? Name the phenomena. Which phenomena is this? In A case it is resonance. एंड रेजोनेंस क्यों हो रही है उसका क्वेश्चन इसने पूछा ही होगा. व्हाई इज लाउड साउंड हर्ड एट दिस पर्टिकुलर लेंथ? बिकॉज इस पर्टिकुलर लेंथ पे लेंथ ऑफ एयर कॉलम इन ब्यूरेट इज इक्वल टू natural frequency of vibrations produced by tuning fork. So this you need to write here also. And again, why is loud sound heard? So we need to write here because of increased amplitude. Whenever sound is loud, so it means increased resonance. का भी केस में हमें increased amplitude तो लिखना ही है. In this case also we can write increased amplitude. Now in C part, if the present tuning fork is replaced by a tuning fork of higher frequency, it means if we increase the frequency. If we increase the frequency, should the length of the air column increase or decrease? We all know that frequency is inversely proportional to length of air column. So loud side हमें सुनने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? It means length of air column frequency increase हुई है तो length of air column should decrease. तो 5 सेंटीमीटर से नीचे का अगर हम लेंगे length of air column मीन्स उससे कम आएगा तब हमारे को दोबारा यहाँ पर रेजोनेंस सुनाई दे सकती है with the change tuning fork of more frequency than the given frequency. Now with this our question number 7 is also over. Now question number 8. Coming to question number 8. And 8th question is from electricity as usual according to the specimen paper given by Conseil. Question number 8 part 1 is voltage current readings of certain materials have given in this. Study the table, state whether the conductor used is ohmic or non-ohmic. तो कंडक्टर किस मटेरियल का है? सर्टेन अलग अलग मटेरियल के हमें दिए गए हैं. स्टडी द टेबल. तो अब कंडक्टर में कौन सा है, कौन सा हो सकता है? तो हम वी ऑल नो डेट हमें कैसे पता लगाना है? ओहमिक है. इफ आर इज इक्वल टू वी अपॉन आई इज रिमेन सेम इन ऑल द 3 केसेस. तो फर्स्ट केस में हमारे पास वोल्टेज इज 10 वोल्ट एंड 2 है. सेकेंड केस में 20 है देन 3 है, फिर 30 है देन 4 है. सिर्फ जस्टिफाई करना है आपने. तो इस केस में 5 आ जाएगा, इसमें 6.67 आ जाएगा. इट मीन सेम नहीं आ रहे हैं. मीन दिस इज अ non-ohmic conductor because it is not obeying Ohm's law. We can say I is not proportional to V. Justify your answer. इसमें हमने यही चीज लिखनी है. non-ohmic है because for ohmic conductor V is directly proportional to I होना चाहिए था, which is not here. Or you can say V upon I का ratio R के equal होना चाहिए. This is more appropriate, which is not same in all the 3 cases. In C part state Ohm's law. तो Ohm's law के derivation you all know. क्या होगा Ohm's law के लिए हमने लिखना कैसे है? Current is directly proportional to potential difference across the ends of the terminal and provided means condition physical condition like temperature remain constant. Coming to second part of 8th question. This is from transformer and you all can see that the windings in secondary coil are much less than given in the primary coil. So clearly it is a step down transformer. So in A part we just need to mention the type of transformer. The type of transformer is step down transformer. Next is B part. In this type of transformer which of the wire is thicker? तो ये मैंने आपको अपनी वीडियो में भी क्लियर किया था. जिसमें नंबर ऑफ टर्न कम होंगी वही थिकर होगा. तो कम नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स आपकी इस तरफ है. वैसे तो हमें नंबर ऑफ वाइंडिंग हमें बाहर की तरफ लेनी है. तो अगर कम नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स इधर हैं तो ये थिकर होगा. यानी कि सेकेंडरी की वायर्स थिकर होंगी और क्योंकि प्राइमरी में ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स है तो थिकर आपका सेकेंडरी साइड में आएगा. तो विच in this type of transformer which of the wire is thicker? It means secondary wires are thicker. Secondary wires are thicker and the primary or secondary. Give a reason. तो secondary are thicker reason के लिए क्या दोगे? current in secondary coil is greater than current in प्राइमरी कॉइल. करंट सेकेंडरी में ज्यादा होता है और करंट के होने का मतलब क्या हो गया? रिड्यूस करने के लिए. किसको रिड्यूस करेंगे? रिड्यूस हम रेजिस्टेंस को डिक्रीज करेंगे, क्योंकि करंट इसमें ज्यादा है तो रेजिस्टेंस को रिड्यूस करने के लिए हमने रेजिस्टेंस के फैक्टर पढ़े हुए हैं, थिकर द वायर लेसर इज द रेजिस्टेंस, तो रिड्यूस रेजिस्टेंस एंड हेंस लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी, तो लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी, बट मेन आपको रीजन में अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करना है और सेकेंडरी वर्ड आपका यहाँ पर चेक किया जाएगा. In third part, numerical from current electricity. Current electricity का numericals we can see in this paper, they are quite easy as compared to the theory part. Numericals are very easy. So in A part, calculate the total resistance of the circuit. You can see one series combination, another series combination, and both of them are in parallel with a बैटरी ऑफ 4 वोल्ट, बस सिंपल सर्किट इज देयर. इस क्वेश्चन ने कई स्टूडेंट्स को बचा लिया होगा जिन्होंने ये चैप्टर थोड़ा हल्का भी किया होगा, ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस नहीं किए होंगे, इवन दे वर बी एबल टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन correctly. 12 volt and 4 volt. So first series combination is 12 plus 6, it means 16 ohm. Then second series combination is 12 plus 4, again 16 ohm. So parallel combination 1 by 12, 1 by 16, 1 by 16 अगर आप करोगे तो आपके पास आंसर क्या आएगा, इसका हाफ आ जाएगा, क्योंकि दोनों जब सेम वैल्यू के होते हैं आंसर हाफ आ जाएगा आपके पास. आपने शो करना है, उसको आप शो करोगे कि आपके पास रेजिस्टेंस इस केस में 8 ohm आ रहा है. नाउ फर्स्ट पार्ट ओवर. नाउ सेकेंड पार्ट इज calculate the current drawn from the cell. So I is equal to V upon R. V is given in the question as 4. This is 8. 1 by 2, 0.5. Don't forget to put the correct SI unit. Next is state whether the current through 10 ohm resistor is greater than, less than or equal to the current through the 12 ohm resistor. 10 वाले में ज्यादा होगा या 12 वाले में ज्यादा होगा. We all know that current remains same इन सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन. सीरीज में करंट सेम रहेगा. अब हमारे ये दोनों हैं क्या है, करंट सीरीज में आएंगे. और दूसरा पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन की बात करेंगे जिसमें चेंज हो सकता था, तो उसमें इन दोनों की टोटल वैल्यू है ही 16 ओम है, तो इस केस में सेम ही रहेगा. यहाँ पर करंट आपके पास जो भी आएगा दोनों रजिस्टर के अंदर वो सेम आएगा, क्योंकि 10 और 16 में हम अलग अलग कर नहीं सकते, सीरीज में है, बट पैरेलल में दोनों की ओवरऑल वैल्यू सेम है 16, तो इसमें करंट रिमेन सेम. हाँ, आपको थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन से शो भी कर देना है. नाउ कमिंग टू लास्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 ऑफ दिस पेपर. Question number 9 is also very simple, carrying very simple numericals. Numericals are very simple, we can see easily in this paper. In part 1, 85 gram of water we have taken, and then ice. So 85 gram of water, mass of water is 85 gram, at 30 degrees Celsius is cooled to 5 degrees Celsius. Final temperature is 5. By adding certain mass of ice is not given, we need to calculate. Another normal things are given, that specific heat capacity of water we all know that 4.2, along with the correct unit joule per gram per degree Celsius. So gram and gram both units are same, so no need to convert any unit to any other unit here in this question. Latent heat of fusion is 336 joule per gram. Another question, they have given this as 330, but here normal rate of latent heat of fusion of ice is given, so it is 336. So how can we calculate? इसमें water का आपके पास mass है, सब कुछ है, तो heat given by water is equal to heat taken by ice. Given by water is mc delta t, and taken by ice is ml plus mc delta t. So here what is given, 85, c 4.2, t is 30 minus 5, it means 25, m we need to calculate, this is 336, c is 4.2, and delta t is 5 in this case, 5 minus 0, because ice का भी final temperature तो 5 है, तो t minus 0 means 5 आ जाएगा. अगर आप इस तरफ की कैलकुलेशन करेंगे, it will become 85 और straight way right is 8925. Now m, and here 336 plus 21, so this is 357 m is equal to 8925. And what is the value of m? It is 8925 divided by 357, and value of mass is 25 gram of ice is required to bring down the temperature of 85 gram of water from 30 to 5 degrees Celsius. Others are theory questions. In second part, why does it become pleasantly warm when the lake start freezing? When the lake start freezing, lake liberates a large amount of heat to the surrounding before freezing, because one keyword I have discussed in my video also, high specific latent heat of fusion of ice. It is 336 joule per gram. We have used in all the numericals this value. Next part B, water freezes to form ice. What change would you expect in the average kinetic energy of molecules? Here, because they have not given the temperature of water, so this question cannot be answered correctly. Because if they have given the temperature of water, let it be more than 0, then there will be change in kinetic energy. But if a student consider water at 0 degrees Celsius to ice at 0 degrees Celsius, then only latent part will be there, and then there is no change in the average kinetic energy of the molecules. So what is my suggestion? We need to give both the conditions. If the temperature of water is more, then there will be change in the kinetic energy. But if the water temperature of water is 0 and ice is 0, then average kinetic energy will remain same in this case. In next part, which will contain more heat energy. So more heat energy, 0 degree Celsius water and 0 degree Celsius ice. This is a comparison. So here correct answer is 1 gram of ice and 1 gram of water. So 1 gram of water at 0 degree Celsius, इसके पास more heat energy होगी. तो 1 gram of water at 0 degree Celsius has कितनी 336 joule of heat energy, more than 1 gram of ice at 0 degree Celsius. So in C part, answer is 1 gram water. In third part, state one factor. I think factors are generally asked in this question, which is the easiest part for you also. In third part, state one factor that affect the magnitude of induced current in an AC generator. So increase the number of turn or area of cross section. Number of turns के लिए we can use small n here, or you can simply write number of turns. And the main thing which I need to mention in this type of question is increasing the speed of rotation of coil. So we can also mention here speed of rotation of coil. Now coming to last B part of third question is, given below a circuit to study the magnetic effect of electric current ABCD is a cardboard cap perpendicular to the conductor XY. So conductor is like this, and then cardboard and conductor is passing in from the center of this cardboard. So this is the given, and then it is joining with a rheostat, then battery. But they have not given the terminals. If they have given the terminal, this question will become easy for a student, but they have not given the terminal. This is a trick present in this question also. Magnetic compass is pointing in the north side. So initially a compass is also pointing, P1 is in the north side. So it means when there is no current, no current means no deflection. So compass is in the resting position in the north south. Now next is when we close the circuit, then compass will point in the west direction. It is pointing in the west direction. This P2 is the after the current. So in first part, name the rule that is used to predict the direction of deflection of magnetic compass. So here only deflection of magnetic compass is required. The rule which we can apply here is right hand thumb rule. Only right hand thumb rule, because two things have given, only current and magnetic field. So next is in first part, right hand thumb rule. In second part, state the direction of current in the conductor when the circuit is complete. And you can see the compass is pointing in the west side. So according to me, the current in the conductor should be from Y to X. Y to X it should be there. In third part, if resistance is increased, if we increase the resistance with the help of rheostat, then what will be the effect on the magnetic lines of force? If resistance is increased, then current will be reduced. And if current will be reduced, the effect on the magnetic field lines around the conductor will definitely be decreased. So it will decreases. So effect of magnetic lines of force around the conductor is reduces or decreases, you can say. And the rule according to me is right hand thumb rule, and direction of current is from Y to X. So with this, the solutions from this ICSE class 10 2024 paper is over. There are some tricky questions about which the still debate is going on. So maybe one or two answers were wrong in my answer key also. Thank you for watching till the end. Keep watching, sharing and subscribe to my channel. From today's night, I am going to start a crash course for mathematics, and after 2 days for chemistry also. If you want to enroll, you can call me in the number given in the community post. Thank you.